Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today we will do something different, right? So we will take one of the previous JEE paper which was asked this year only, okay? So this was this year paper only, right? This is 8th Jan slot 1 of 2020 and I will show you how I would solve this paper. If suppose you would have given me this paper, I'll show you how I would solve this, right? So first I wanted to have a live session, but I felt that this should be a premiere session and then probably next week when we discuss the next paper, that can be a live session, right? So that you understand where I'm coming from and I can spend more time explaining my strategy here than in a live session, right? So first things first, you know that you are getting 25 questions, right? Out of the 25 questions, you know 5 are the numeric type of questions. So there are 20 questions and 5 questions numeric. For 20 multiple choice and 5 questions, right? So I keep few thumb rules in mind, right? I solve the paper in 3 rounds, right? So I solve the paper in 3 rounds. Again, this is my strategy, guys. Your strategy might vary. I've seen people who are successful, they solve it in 2 rounds, some solve 4 rounds, some solve 5. Second, what I feel is when you're solving in 3 rounds, right, I look for accuracy. I don't guess. I only look for accuracy. That means what? Now I'll extend the first point and say that I will look for 3, right? First, whatever I'm comfortable about, the topics, I will identify. So I'm identifying round 1, round 2 and round 3 questions, right? So I will identify these, right? First, I will spend my first probably 5 to 6 minutes in identifying this. Once I identify, right, I'll use mark for review as an option, right? Since now I'm discussing it in a PPT, right? There won't be mark for review, but you should understand that I'll be marking those questions, all right? And the third thing is, so I will spend more time on this. First, I will do the round 1 questions, which I feel are easy. Then I'll do the round 2 questions. Round 3 only if I get time, right? The third thing is, I will do a quick revision, right? I will also, if I get time, I will revise and check whatever are doubts I have, whatever I feel I'm not accurate, I will check again. So my target, without even looking at the paper, you know that solving all 25 is impossible, right? Even the topper of the examination won't be able to solve all the questions, right? I'm talking about top 100, right? When I say topper, I'm not talking about state first rank. When I say topper, it is 100 or 1000. So impossible to solve all the questions, right? So there will be few easy, there will be few moderate, there will be few difficult, there will be few very difficult. If you're identifying which questions are easy, moderate, you're solving them, you're sorted, guys. You'll get 99 percentile for sure in maths, right? So this is how we will go ahead with our strategy here, okay? Now I'm observing this question paper. Firstly, I'm seeing the first question of the paper, right? I'm seeing that they're asking inverse function, right? So you know this is a functions based question and it's a simple inverse question, right? So probably I will keep it for round 1. Sorted. Next, I'm looking at this. This looks like a complex number question. There is complex, there is Z, there is also quadratic. So probably this is a complex number plus quadratic equation question. So it might be a little lengthy is what I think. So I am keeping this as round 2. Then I am seeing that this is a system of linear equation. There are 2 parameters which are being asked, right? Looks simple, but it might be a little lengthy. Round 1, guys, only easy, straightforward, right? Straight, short questions, laddu questions basically, right? They are on the platter basically for you. So those questions is what we are targeting. So this also looks relatively easy. So I'll keep it as round 2, but now look at this. They gave A, B, C points and they asked area of the triangle. Then they gave a single equation. So this is a 2D geometry. So it looks simple. Area of the triangle, we know a shortcut. Then they gave a line. They asked theta. So this might probably be a round 1 question. Now A, B, C are greater values if A, B, C are the greatest values of this, then respectively are. This again depends. For me, it might be a round 1 because I know the concept. For few of you, it can be a round 3 if you don't know the concept. So it is completely depending on the concept. For me, I will keep it as round 1 because I know this formula. And this one particular, I've told you, right, even in our regular classes which we discuss in the app, I always tell you that these kind of questions, AP, GP, HP, you can expect one question in every slot, which you are able to see. Again, you see they gave a simple arithmetic progression part. So this is also, I can say, minimum value. So this I can use probably maxima minima concept, and I can call it a round 1 question. For me, calculus is round 1 unless it is very difficult, guys. And look at this. This is a simple, what do you say, looks limit extends to 0. As I gave the hint, it looks like a 1 power infinity question, right? So 1 power infinity limits very easy to solve. So again, I will call it as a round 1 question. Now I'm looking at this differentiable is given increasing, decreasing functions. So probably again, this is an applications of differentiation chapter. But again, you have a caveat here. You are given mod x here. So probably I'll solve it in round 2. Though I know the idea. I got the chapter idea, right? Then this is Rolle's theorem, guys. So again, there are 3 kinds of theorems: Rolle's, Cauchy's and Lagrange's, right? All these 3 theorems, they're actually very simple. Any question you get in Rolle's, Lagrange's and Cauchy's, right, you have to solve it in round 1 only, right? So this is theorems. And then finally you are seeing cos x lambda into f of pi by 3. This is what? This is an indefinite integration question, first of all. And you need to do a little bit of substitution. As you can see the hint, I've just given the hint. But you need to do a little bit of substitution here. So it might be a little difficult for me to solve. So I will keep this as round 3. Though integration is one of my favorite chapters. Personally, I would do it in round 2. But I would keep it as round 3 for so on, because it looks a little bit difficult. I can't use any trick. I can't differentiate on both sides. It is an indefinite question with a boundary value, right? You are getting answers. So looking at the answers, okay, these are numbers. So I haven't got an idea yet. And then have a look at this. They gave 2 curves, they gave bisects, they gave a big line. They said satisfying the equation. Looks very lengthy. This is definitely a round 3, or I would say leave in this slot. Because the question itself looks huge. You can see they gave 2 parabolas, they gave point of intersection. They have given triangle concept. So basically they have given triangle concept. They have given parabola concept. They have given straight line concept. 3 concepts are involved, guys. So we'll see. This is simple differential equation. So question itself says differential equation. Again, guys, differential equation, they don't usually complicate. It is usually a round 1 or round 2. This looks like a simple round 1 question, guys. Right? But there is a caveat to this which we will solve when we get to it. Locus of a point joining the line segment on the parabola. Actually, this is a locus question, guys. It's not even a parabola question. When we do it, we'll get the explanation. So how do I know it is locus, right? I'm just seeing locus, right? I'm seeing ratio. So it is just a simple locus per straight lines. So I will do it as round 1 only again. Now look at this. This is like normal to the ellipse. So the word which I caught was normal. Tangent normal, I told you there is another method which is to be done, which is applications of differentiation method. Right? So I will try to use applications of differentiation and solve, but they said it needs at 2 points. They asked the value of beta. So it will take a little bit of time for me. So probably I will keep it for round 2 now. Shortest distance, guys. This we have done. Many methods are there to solve this. This is a simple question, right? This is a very easy, straightforward question. So I will solve it in round 1. Now look at this. Volume of parallelepiped is given, U, V, W, V is given. Then they are asking us angle. So this is like product vectors, right? Product vectors, straightforward, no twist is given. So this also looks round 1 for me. So this they gave mean standard deviation. Again, it depends. It is either a round 2 or a round 3 question. Lot of concept and logic is involved. To be honest, when I tried solving this before the video, I didn't get the idea at the beginning. That is why I've kept it at round 2. So whatever you're not sure, guys, basically keep it as round 2. You don't have any idea about, you can keep it as round 3. Here at least I know mean standard deviation, I know the definitions, basic definition. So I'm keeping it as round 2 or round 3, right? Independent events probability looks very simple, right? Independent is one of the most easiest topics. So I will keep it as round 1. Now again, this is like dy by dx equal to y of this. So this looks like some either differential equations with boundary value conditions. Looks a little tricky, guys. So I will keep it round 2. It's not straight. Tautology contradiction. For tautology and contradiction, this is a mathematical reasoning based question. Again, you have to draw through truth tables. Some of you leave this topic, some of you don't. So it can either be a round 2 or a round 3. I personally don't like mathematical logic as such, but it's very simple. I will tell you, because you need some of the things you need to remember in this. If you remember those, it becomes easy, right? So you can solve it as a round 2 or round 3. Now this is one more question which we have, guys, which is the least positive value of the y having real roots. So I will keep this as, this is from which topic, guys? So this is a numeric type of question. So usually what I do is numeric type of question, I will always keep it in round 2, guys. This is also a numeric type question. So round 2, I try to solve numeric type of question. Right? All the numeric type of question, try to solve it in round 2. Okay. So this is what I've done. So first I've done this. Again, there are few things which I want you to remember. So I've categorized into round 1, round 2, round 3. So I feel that, so you see, there are only 2-3 questions which I've put in round 3. Rest all I've put in round 1, round 2 paper. So what do you think will be the overall difficulty? So I feel it is a moderate paper. Okay. I feel it is moderate. Not easy, not difficult. It's in a medium level paper. So I would say it's a medium level paper. So 3 rounds I've given. Now there are few things which can happen to you. You feel it's a round 1 question. When you're solving, you get stuck. So it obviously can't become a round 1. So then you automatically convert it into a round 2 question. Alright. So so I want you to spend a minute looking at this. Right. Just spend a minute looking at this. Right? Now let's start, guys. First question, they're asking us inverse of the function. How do you do inverse? So this is like y equals to 8 power 2x minus 8 power minus 2x by 8 power 2x plus 8 power minus 2x. So this I can write y by 1. Whenever you have these kind of questions, what you can do is you can do componendo dividendo. If you would have seen my previous session, which I discussed, one of the differentiation applications, I discussed componendo dividendo. What is componendo dividendo? If x by y equal to a by b, x plus y by x minus y equal to a plus b by a minus b. So this I can write y plus 1 by y minus 1 equal to 8 power 2x minus 8 power minus 2x plus 8 power 2x plus 8 power minus 2x whole divided by 8 power 2x plus 8 power minus 8 power minus 2x minus 8 power 2x minus 8 power minus 2x. These two will get cancelled here. These two will get cancelled here. Basically, I am getting 2 times 8 power 2x by 2 times 8 power minus 2x with a negative sign, obviously. So y plus 1 by y minus 1. So I will take negative to the other side. So minus of y plus 1 by y minus 1. Y plus 1 by y minus 1 is 8 power 4x I'm getting, right? Correct? Now what can I do, guys? I can take that 1 inside. I can take that 1 inside. So what will I get? I will get 1 minus y by 1 plus y is 8 power 4x. Now you can apply log on both sides, right? I'll just put a log. So what will I get? Log of 1 minus y by 1 plus y equals to 4x log 8. Or this log 8 I can send, 4 I can send. So 1 by 4 log of 1 minus y by 1 plus y to the base 8, because this is like log a by log b. So my answer will be 1 by 4 log of 1 minus x by 1 plus x to the base 8, or 1 by log e base 8 log e of this, right? So this is like log 8 base e. If it goes up, it will be log e base 8. So I think second option will give us the answer, guys. So inverse is what? Y you are converting in terms of x. X you are converting in terms of y. Very simple. Only thing is you need to know component to dividend term, and you need to know when to apply the logarithm. That's it. Round 2. Round 2. This is round 1. So how do you mark? So you have to click on mark for review button. Look at this, guys. A, B, P are given. So A is what? 1 minus 1. B is what? 0, 2. P is what? X dash, Y dash. And they have said that area of the triangle is 5 units. Okay. So then the value of lambda is what they have asked, right? So how do you find out area of the triangle? I told you a trick, right? So you have to make one of the point as origin. Make one of the point as origin. How do you do it? So suppose, let us say I will make B as origin. This is already 0, so I am not changing. Only the y part I am taking minus 2. So again I have to take 0 minus 2. Again I have to take 0 minus 2. So what is this now? 1 minus 0 is 1. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. This is 0, 0 anyways. What about this? This is x dash minus 0. This is y dash minus of minus, so minus 2 basically, yeah. So minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. This is 2 minus 2, 0. So this is what, these are our points. Now if I call it x1, y1, if I call this as x2, y2, my area of the triangle is what? Half times x1, y2 minus x2, y1 in mod. Because area should always be positive. So I can write this as half times mod of 1 into y dash minus 2 plus 1 into y dash minus 2 minus of minus will be plus 3 times x dash. Alright. So that value he's saying is equal to 5 square units. So basically I will get 3x dash plus y dash minus 2 in mod will be 10. So 3x dash plus y dash minus 2 will be plus or minus 10, or 3x dash plus y dash, either it is minus 12 equal to 0, or 3x dash plus y dash. So either you can take plus 10. If it is plus 10, it will be minus 10, or this will be plus 8 equal to 0, right? So if it is minus, it will be plus 8 equal to 0. So either minus 4 lambda is minus 12, so lambda will be what? 3, or minus 4 lambda is 8, lambda will be what? Minus 2. So lambda is nothing but 3 here. So simple, right? So that is why it's a round 1 question, because you can directly use a trick here, guys. Now, for me it's a round 1, because whenever P and C is given, if you want to find out the maximum value, it is always the middle term. Middle term is always the maximum term. Middle term or terms. Now look at this. He's saying maximum of 19 CP is A, maximum of 20 CQ is B, maximum of 21 CR is nothing but C. So what will be the middle term here? Here I will write middle term. Middle term is 19 by 2, 18.5, correct? So either it will be 18, so 8.5. So either it is 8, correct? Or it is what? So 19 by 2 is what actually? This is 9.5 actually. So either it is 9 or it is 10, correct? Same thing, 20 by 2, exactly one term, only one term, middle term 10. Here 21 by 2, 10.5, so either it is 10 or 11. So you see 21C10 or 21C11. So 21C10 will give me C. 20C10 will give me B. 19C10 will give me A. So if you find these and simplify, you will get ABC values and you can check the options. That is why for me it's a round 1. If you don't know this concept, then it is definitely a round 3, guys. Yeah. So remember this, always the maximum term in permutations and combinations is always the middle term. Now simple AP. You know, if A, B, C are in AP, then how do you write what is the condition? Condition is 2B equals to A plus C. So basically I can write 2 times f of x is 2 power 1 plus x plus 2 power 1 minus x plus 3 power x plus 3 power minus x. So f of x is given by half times 2 power 1 plus x plus 2 power 1 minus x plus 3 power x plus 3 power minus x. Now read the question. So I've applied the condition. So this part is done. The next part is they're asking us the minimum value. How will you find out the minimum value? So you remember in applications of differentiation, we had discussed this. To find out minimum, first thing is you need to find out extreme value. Extreme value means what? F dash x should be 0. Then you have to substitute back that extreme value in the original. So how will I get this now? This one, if I want to differentiate, this is f dash of x, half. Derivative of 2 power, this is like a power. So 2 power 1 plus x log 2 I can write. What about this? This is 2 power 1 minus x. 2 power 1 minus x into minus 1 into log 2 I can write. Because you have negative, you have to multiply with negative. Same thing here. 3 power x log 3 I can write. Minus 3 power x log 3 I can write. Correct? So now this should be equal to 0. So how will I take this now? I can take a log 2 common. So this I can write 2 power 1 plus x minus 2 power 1 minus x plus log 3 I can take common. 3 power x. Okay, this should be negative, right? 3 power x minus 3 power minus x. This is minus x, guys. That should be 0. Now, when will it become 0, guys? When this is 0, this is 0. Now, just have a look, guys. If I give x value 0, everything will become 0, right? This will get cancelled. So, I'm getting only one extreme value. So, first step I've done. Second step is that extreme value. Substitute in the original expression. What is the original expression? This is my original expression. So, it will be half times 2 power 1 is 2, 2, 3, power 0 is 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 2, 3. Little bit of calculation, that's it, but not much. See, this much calculation you have to expect in JEE Mains, guys. Okay. Now look at this simple round 1 question. How? Because you are getting it as 2 by 2 is 1. So if you just substitute 0 here, it's getting cancelled 2 by 2, 1 per infinity. Whenever you have 1 per infinity, you know, you can write this as e power limit x tends to 0, g of x. So basically I can write e power limit x tends to a, g of x into f of x minus 1. Right? So g of x is the power term. 1 minus x, 1 by x square into 3x square plus 2 by 7x square plus 2 minus 1 I can write. So just take LCM, guys. So e power limit x tends to 0 is what we are getting. So if you simplify this, you are getting 1 minus x square, 3x square plus 2 minus 7x square minus 2 whole divided by 7x square plus 2. Plus 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. So x square everywhere is common, will get cancelled. So I'm getting minus 4 by x tends to 0 means 2. 2 and 2 will also get cancelled. So we are getting e power minus 2, which is 1 by e square Option 4. Simple, guys. This question nobody should miss. If you would have seen my limits videos, you will definitely solve this. If you would have seen my maximum minima videos, you would have definitely solved this, right? Again, same thing, if you would have seen my geometry videos, you would have solved this, right? So you see, the methods which we discussed is not only useful for your local competitive exam, but you can also use it for your JEE mains, right? Application round 2. Now this is round 1. Let me give you a brief about Rolle's theorem. Rolle's theorem, very simple, guys. So what you need to do is, first thing, if an interval is given like this is called a comma b. Basically, f of a should be equal to f of b. All right, this is one condition. The second condition Rolle's theorem says is f dash c should be equal to 0. So this c is what we need to find out. This is what Rolle's theorem means. Then you have few more theorems like Lagrange's mean value theorem, Cauchy's, Lagrange's. They are also similar. F dash c is f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So then you have Lagrange's mean value theorem, something of that sort. F dash c by g dash c is f of b minus f of a by g of b minus g of a, whatever. So here they have asked Rolle's theorem, right? So I'll be discussing all these in a separate video soon. So basically here we need only about the Rolle's theorem, guys. Rolle's theorem, these are the two things which you have to remember, okay? So if you know these two things, it's just simple substitution, simplification, that's it. So JEE, I told you, JEE you should be ready with simplification. You won't get straight simplification, right? So they will give you simple concepts. You have to put in some effort basically. You just have 25 questions, right? So look at this, f of a equal to f of b. So what is a, b? 3 and 4, right? So I can say, this is my f of x. So f of 3, I can give it as f of 4. So I'm taking the first condition, guys, here. So I can say log base e, 3 square is what? 9 plus alpha by 7 into 3 is 21. Will be what? Log base e. Again same thing. 4 square is what? 16 plus alpha whole divided by 7 into 4 is 28. Right, guys? Yes. So now we need to find out f dash of c first. So f dash of c should be 0. Differentiate. Derivative of log is 1 by x square plus alpha by 7x into, internally you have to differentiate because this I am giving 1, this I am giving 2. So denominator is what? Derivative of 7x, 7x whole square I am getting. So I am getting v into derivative of u is nothing but 2x minus u into, that is x square plus alpha, into derivative of v. Derivative of 7x is, I can write it as 7. Alrighty. So this I can, so f dash of c I need, right? So this 7x and square I can cancel. Instead of x, just put c. So what will I get, guys? This is 14x square, or basically this is 14c square. So denominator will go off 14c square minus of 7, this is what? X square plus alpha, right? So this is 7c square minus 7 alpha. That should be equal to 0, or 7 common c square minus alpha should be equal to 0, or c square basically is alpha. C will be what? Basically under root of alpha. Alright? Yeah, understood, right? So how will you get alpha? Alpha you'll get it from here. Just simplify. So just simplify, you will be getting alpha. That alpha just substitute. You will be getting your actually f dash c 0. So f dash of c 0, so you're getting c, right? You'll get c. But can we stop here? Here they're not asking us c. They're asking f double dash c. So what do you do? Here you are doing first time. So again, second time also differentiate and then substitute the c value. Right? So 3 steps, little lengthy but very simple. I'm just using these two. Okay? So simplification part, please do it by yourself and let me know in the comments if you got it. Round 3 question, so I'm not getting there. Round 3 question, I'm not getting there. Look at this simple differential equation. And which method is this? So they gave differential equation. Now you have to identify method. Y and x you can separate, right? It's easy. So if you simplify this, I'll get dy by dx equals to minus under root of 1 minus y square. This is 1 minus, guys. Whole divided by under root of 1 minus x square. Okay, cool. So I can just divide dy by under root of 1 minus y square equals to minus dx by under root of 1 minus x square. Integrate, integrate. This is like sine inverse y equals to minus sine inverse x plus c, or basically I will get sine inverse x plus sine inverse y equal to c. Now starts your actual problem. So I have done one. I've solved this. Now they gave you a boundary value condition. What is the boundary value condition given here? Y of 1 by 2. That means this is your x naught value. This is your y naught value. So just substitute, guys. This is sine inverse 1 by 2 plus sine inverse root 3 by 2. So this is what sine inverse 1 by 2 is. Basically 60 degrees. Alright. So this I can write it as 60 degrees. I mean 30 degrees. I beg your pardon. This I can write it as 60 degrees. So C value I will get it as 90 degrees. C value I am getting it as pi by 2, guys. So this is what I will get. C value I will get it as pi by 2, right? So this is my equation. Now what did he ask? Y of minus 1 by root 2. So basically this is my x1 value. So minus sine inverse y by root 2. So sine inverse minus 1 by root 2 plus pi by 2. Here you can use your basic concepts, guys. Yeah, sine inverse of minus x, you know how to write it. Write it, simplify, take it to the other side, you'll get your answer. That's it. So basically 3 simple steps is what we are using. We are first trying to find out, right? We are solving the differential equation. Then you are applying initial boundary conditions, right? Which is this part, right? We are trying to find out the C value. Then finally we are applying the final boundary conditions. In this way you have to do. Now look at this, guys. This is very simple. It's a locus question actually. The locus of a point which divides the line segment joining. So let me draw a line segment. One point is 0, minus 1. Okay, perfect. The other point they said is lying on the parabola, right? So what I will do is, they are saying it's lying on the parabola, right? So lying on the parabola means what? Can I take, if I take x value as t, right? Y value will be what? T by 4, right? So I'll take t square by 4. So I'm just assuming, because imagine a parabola like this. There is one point lying on it. That means what? If I substitute the x point, I will definitely get my y point, right? So I'm just assuming x value as t. So I've just assumed, because it's not given, right? Assume xt. So y will be what? T square by 4. So this is what we got. Now they are saying that there is a point q, right? Locus of a point. So I will call it some a, b, and I will say a point q is dividing in the ratio 1:2, right? So how do you do a locus sum basically? I assume it to be h comma k. This is like what? Internal ratio. When you have to have ratio, you have to know how do you do internal ratio. If you have m is to n, internal ratio you write it as mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So the same thing what I can write is, this is mx2, this is t plus 0 by 3, and k value is what? M by 2, this is t square by 4 minus 2 whole divided by 3. This is h and k. Now using h and k, so this is h and k means this is basically x and y. This is like x, this is like y. Now just substitute and verify options. Just verify the options, guys. You will get it easy. Right? So I'm discussing the method. Simplification, I'm expecting all of you to do it. Then only you will get interest, guys. Yeah, so this is a simple locus based sum, internal ratio sum, guys. Imagine. So you can see already there are around 5 questions which are like straight sweets given to you type of questions. Round 2 question. Now, shortest distance, you remember this, guys. We had done this, right? If you have x minus x1 by A equal to y minus y1 by B equal to z minus z1, a1, b1, z minus z1 by c1, x minus x2 by a2, b2, c2, but here dr's are different, right? So here since dr's are different, so what is this? This is a 3D geometry sum. DRs are different, right? So whatever is in the denominator, those are DRs, right? So I'm not getting into depth. So what I can basically do is, I will write this as, so this since DRs are different, let me put it in this way. I will write x minus a1, right? X minus a1 by L1, x minus a1, a2, a3, or see, I will tell you something. Whatever these you are observing, right? Whatever these you are observing, this point, this point. So I will call whatever these points which you are observing, right? These are passing through points, right? Though this portion I will call it as A1, this portion I will call it as A2. The DRs in the denominator I will call it as B1 and B2. Okay. So the formula now is mod of A2 minus A1, okay, cross dot B1 cross B2 whole divided by mod of B1 cross B2. This is a formula which you can use if DRs are different, guys, right? So how do you do this? Basically A2 minus A1 means this is the x term minus 3. This is like x minus x1, right? Minus 3 plus 3, right? So this is minus 3 minus of 3, minus 6, right? This is minus 7 minus 8, minus 15, 6 minus 3 plus 3k. Dot B1 cross B2. What is B1 cross B2? What are the DRs of this? If I draw a line of DRs, what will I get? This is 3i minus j plus k cross, so I'll put a bracket like this, minus 3i plus 2j plus 4k whole divided by mod of whatever you find out here. How do you do this? You know cross product how to do. You can take I, j, k, you can take 3 minus 1, 1, you can take minus 3, 2, 4, you can take plus minus plus, right? Simplify, 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 you will be getting the answer. Again, simplification, guys, I want you to do it. Simplification is DIY. Right? So if the DRs are same, or you can use the other method. You remember the other method, L2 minus L1, right? So you can use mod of 3 minus 3. You can use that also, guys. You can use 3 minus of minus 3 minus of minus 3. You'll get minus 6, minus 15, 3. You can write 3 minus 1, 1, minus 3, 2, 4. This also we had discussed, right? Right? So this also determined it. If you find out, you will get the answer. Now, vectors we have come to. Paralleloparallel, what is the volume of paralleloparallel? Box of UVW in mod. That is given as 1 cubic unit. So how do I write this now? How do I find out box? Box means I'll write 1, 1 lambda, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1. Correct? So if we are doing this, so mod of 113, so this is like 1 into 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 1 into 1 minus 6 is minus 5, plus lambda into 1 minus 2 is minus 1. That is equal to given as plus or minus 1, guys. It's given as plus or minus because it's mod, right? That's volume, right? So plus or minus 1. So you can just simplify this, guys. So this will be minus 2 plus 5 minus lambda is plus or minus 1. So 5 minus 2 is 3 minus lambda equal to plus or minus 1. So you'll get lambda value, guys. Lambda you can get it as 2 or lambda you can get it as 4. Keep that aside. Now they're asking us angle between the edges u and w. How do you find out angle, guys? Cos theta u dot w by mod u mod w. So in this we have already got the lambda value. So put both. Only one of the option will be there, right? So already know you know w, mod u mod w. Just substitute. You will get the answer. Simple. So you see, calculations are a little lengthy, that's all. The concepts are simple. Once you get the concept, calculation is not an issue, guys. Clear, I suppose. Round 2. Round 1, independent events, guys. Can you tell me? All these are what? Conditional probability problems, right? How do you write P of A by B? P of A intersection B by P of B, right? And when you know they're independent, P of A intersection B, I can write it as P of A into P of B. Cancel, cancel. So what are you getting, guys? This is like P of A. What is P of A? 1 by 3. Is 1 by 3 equal to 2 by 3? Not possible, guys. What about this? This is like P of A intersection B bar by P of B bar. Same thing, guys. P of A, P of B bar, whole divided by P of B bar. Cancelled, cancelled. So what will I get? P of A again. P of A is what? 1 by 3. Maybe, guys, what about this? P of A bar into P of B bar whole divided by P of B bar. Cancel, cancel. P of B bar, P of A bar is what I'm getting. Right? P of A bar is 1 minus 1 by 3. 2 by 3. Is that possible? No. Third option answer. Straight option, simple option verification. Completed. One more differential equation question. So I am doing it in round 2. Tautology round 2. This also in round 2. This also in round 2. Okay. Now first round done, guys. Are you seeing now? Now shall we just count what all we have done, guys? Let's just count so far. First question done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Getting right? 11 questions I have done already. Round 1, I have solved 11 questions. Now we have to come to round 2 and round 3, right? Now round 2, what I'll do is I'll try to see if there are any. So since I start, usually I do this, right? I don't want to go again in straight order. Since I started from A to Z, I like to start from Z to A now. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to crack these questions now. Round 2. So I'll start with the last question, guys. Last question, can you tell me, please? An urn contains, so this we haven't identified so far. We have just kept it for round 2. An urn contains 5 red, 4 black, 3 white marbles. The number of ways in which 4 marbles can be drawn so that at most 3 are red. What do you mean by at most first? At most means maximum of 3 in red. Number of ways is the keyword you have to identify. So this you obviously know is a permutations and a combinations question. Right? And it's an integer type question. Integer type advantage is you can take a guess. You can take a shot here. You can give it a shot. Right? It's +4 -1. So this is a permutations and combinations problem. Simple combinations problem actually. If you attended our combinations permutations class, this is like forming teams or committees basically. So if you are able to do this, this becomes simple, right? So what I've done is I've already written for you 5 red, 4 black, 3 white are there. You need to choose 4. At most 3 means what? So first I'll put the condition. So I can give maximum 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. So this is like the first case, this is like second case, this is like third case, this is like fourth case. Clear, right? Now, what can I do to start off with? These are the remaining ones, right? So I don't care whether the other, so I need 4. The rest one should either be here or here, right? I don't care whether it is blue or white, black or white, I don't care. I only want to satisfy this condition because condition is given only for this. So this I have a choice. So both 4 plus 3, I can choose 7, right? Because I have a choice to choose anything. So out of 5 you are choosing 3, so it will be 5C3. Out of the total, which is 7, I am choosing 1, so it will be 7C1. So it's 5C3 into 7C1. Same thing here. Out of 5 you are choosing 2, so 5C2. Remaining will be 2 because I need 4, so it will be into 7C2. Same thing here, guys. Here this will be 3, so this will be 5C1 into 7C3. And last case, 5C0 into 7C4. Clear, guys? Yeah. So this plus this plus this plus this will give me the answer. Getting it? Yeah. So it's very easy, right? So this is simple permutations based sum. So again, finishing, you do it. Now look at this. If a normal at a point P on the curve, so there is a curve given, guys. So whenever you get a geometry type of question, we'll try to visualize, guys. So this is the line. So there is a normal which is given to us. So this I will call it the normal. Alright, there's a normal which is given to us. Intersects at y-axis at this. So what is given? Here points are given. So this is the point of contact, right? This is like x1, y1. Here what is given to you is the point. That is one curve. On the curve, one point. Right? So x comma y is given to us, not x1, y1. x1, y1 we don't know yet, guys. Right? Now let's do this. Intersects at this. If m is the slope of the tangent at P to the curve, so this is the P, slope of the tangent, then mod m equal to. So first, what is equation of normal? Y minus y1 is equal to dy by dx with in the denominator with a negative sign in the numerator, right? You remember this? We had discussed this in equation of tangents and normals. This is what we are having, guys. Right? So, basically what we want to do now is, this is the slope of tangent, right? This is the slope of the tangent, right? So what is m basically? M is nothing but dy by dx, correct? Which is slope of tangent. Normal is you take, because m1 into m2 is minus 1, you are taking this. How do you do dy by dx, guys? I can again use differentiation, minus dou by dou x by dou y. Minus dou by dou x of y square minus 3x square plus y plus 10. Dou by dou y of y square minus 3x square plus y plus 10. So dou by dou x means this is cross cross tick cross cross tick cross cross tick cross. So this will be minus of minus will be plus 6x, guys. This will be 2y. This will be plus 1. So what is the point of contact? Basically 6x1 by 2y1 plus 1. Right? This is what we are getting. So now I can write the equation as y minus y1. So I can reciprocal this. I can write minus 2y1 plus 1 by 6x1 into x minus x1. Right? This is what we are having, guys. This is the equation of the normal which I got. Now we can start playing around with the data we have. So how can you start playing around with the data, guys? First things first, what is given? This is unknown, right? X1, Y1 you don't know, but you know X and Y, 0 and 3 by 2, right? So X value 0 is given to you. Y1 value is given as 3 by 2, right? X1 you can take it as 0. Y1 you can take it as X, you can take it as 0. Y you can take it as 3 by 2. So if you take 0, this is gone. This X1 will go off. Minus of minus will be plus. So 2y1 minus 1 equal to what? 3 by 2 into 6 will be what? 3 into 3 will be 9 minus 6y1. Or basically 8y1 you are getting it as 10. Y1 you are getting it as some 10 by 8. 2 4s are 2 5s are something of that sort we are getting. So we have already know y1. Correct? So I have got my y1 point, guys. So if we can put, this is the point of contact, right? If we put y1 here, I will also get x1. So now I have to substitute this in this because this is the common point of contact. It is lying on the curve as well as that tangent and normal, whatever we want. So if we put that y1, I will also get x1. Once you know x1, y1, you can substitute here. All we need is m value. That's it. That gives your answer. Slightly lengthy, but again, simple concept. We have just used differentiation. This one, very interesting, very easy. How do you write this, guys? This is a simple summation. So this was a numbers based sum. Since it was numeric type, I have given round 2, but it is actually a round 1 question, guys. So what is sum to n terms? N into n plus 1 by 2, right? So this can I write it as summation k into k plus 1 by 2? Right? This is like sum to n terms. That 1 by 2 I'll take it out. So 1 by 2 common, k square plus k is what we are getting. So we haven't done summation. So this is inside summation. Now you also have outside summation. Inside we have already done. We have used the formula for inside. Now outside one, just take it in. So 1 by 2 times summation k square plus summation k. This is like sum to square terms. So I can write it as n into 2n plus 1 and n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6 I can write. This is n into n plus 1 by 2 I can write. Now what is this? So this is by 6. Oh, you also have 1 by 2 outside. So sum to square terms you know, right? Sum to square terms is what? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Correct? Sum to n terms is what? N into n plus 1 by 2. So instead of n you have k. Now what is k value? K equal to 1 to 20 is said. So in this expression just give k value as 20, guys. The question will become very simple. So here the idea is 2 summations. Inside summation, expand, outside summation, take it and put the summation. That's it. Simple question again. Now this is a little conceptual question, guys. The number of 3 by 3 matrices from a set of this such that sum of the diagonal elements of A into A transpose is 3 is. So whenever we are taking diagonal elements, guys, so diagonal elements always won't change, right? Even in transpose, this if I say A, this if I say A transpose, the diagonal elements will never change. So the sum of the diagonal elements is given as 3. So diagonal to diagonal, if you do, you will get, if I call it as A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, I will get A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, a3 square plus b3 square plus c3 square. That is equal to 3. Now tell me guys, how will we get 3? We can only use -1, 0 and 1 in these. Anywhere you can use. Now when will you get 3 guys? Only 1 plus 1 plus 1 will be 3, right? So any 3 elements should be, sum should be 3. So out of all these, any 3 I need. Any 3. But again you have a choice, right? You have a choice. Because it is whole square, I can take -1 as well as +1. So any 3 plus a choice of -1 and 1. You have a choice. So first what I'm doing combinations. 9 are the elements, right? 9 elements are there. So out of 9 I'm choosing 3. Any 3 I can choose. So I've counted. So this is all counting guys. Out of 9 I've chosen 3. So let us say I've taken A2, C2 and C3, right? I've just taken these, let us say. Now tell me, I've taken 3. Each element can take 2, right? Each element can take 2. So this can be 2 ways, this can be 2 ways, this can be 2 ways. This 2 ways, also this 2 ways, also this 2 ways. Also means what? I can write 2 into 2 into 2. Right? So this is representing my choice of picking any 3. Now this is giving possibility of the first which I have picked. This is the possibility of the second which I have picked. This is the possibility of the third I have picked. So it's 9C3 into 2 into 2 into 2. Again I am repeating. Why are we writing 2 into 2 into 2? Every element you have a choice of 2. Like that all 3 we need to choose. So A2 and A3 and C3. So those 2 ways into 2 ways into 2 ways. Getting it guys? So if you simplify this, you will get your final answer for this as well. Now we are coming to equations. So this is a quadratic equation. So this looks like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So I will put that 2a also here. So if it is real roots, you know b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. What is b square now? A minus 10 whole square minus 4 times a is 2. C is what? 33 by 2 minus 2a. That should be greater than or equal to 0. Alrighty. So if you simplify this now, I will get a square minus 20a plus 100. So this is, if I take LCM, this will be 33 minus 4a. I will get, so 2 I can easily cancel. Minus 33 4s are 12, 12, 13, 132. Minus of minus is plus 16a. Greater than or equal to 0. So a square minus 4a minus 32 is greater than 0. Correct? Yeah. Now you can just simplify this. Yeah. So just simplify this. So 8 4s are is 32. I can write a square minus 8a plus 4a minus 32 greater than or equal to 0. A into a minus 8 plus 4 into a minus 8 is greater than or equal to 0. So a plus 4 into a minus 8 is greater than or equal to 0. So out of this, this will be negative minus 4. This will be positive plus 8. So which one? They are saying least positive value of a. Right? So least positive value means if you give a value 8, you will get 0. So you'll get the roots. So 8 I can take. Correct? Yeah. So you need to verify guys again. You have to tell me whether 8 is the answer or is there any other. Least positive integer where it is real roots, right? So you can do hit and trial also. Or if you remember, I had discussed wavy curve method. What is wavy curve method, guys? Draw a number line, mark the points, whatever are given on the number line. This is -4, this is 8, right? Now tell me all the values above 8, what am I getting? All the values above 8, so I'll show you wavy curve method. All the values above 8, right? Above 8, greater than 8. What are we getting? We are definitely getting positive, right? Here also if you substitute any value above 8, you are getting positive. What about the values between -4 and 8, guys? What about the values between -4 and 8? Suppose you take -3. What is happening? Negative. -2, negative. -1, negative. 7, negative. So all values between -4 and 8, those are also negative. And what about all the values which are less than -4, like -5, -6, -7, all of that, guys, right? -5 if you take, still negative, right? Or positive. If you take -5, minus into minus, you are getting positive again, right? So now tell me, guys, what will be the least integer? So from 8 onwards, anything you substitute will definitely be positive. So which is the least among all in this? 8 is the least among all. So 8 is the answer. This is called wavy curve method. Right? So it is in a wave format. It will be positive, negative, and then positive again. Alright, so we have done all integer type questions actually. So in integer type, actually, so now let's write it in our analysis again. So as I told you, integer type of questions are there anyways. So in this, again round 2, I have observed that all integer type of questions, most of them are easy to moderate. So in this, I can say integer type of questions, probably 4 is solvable out of 5. Even if you didn't get that idea for that matrices sum, the rest of the things you can solve easily, guys. So now let's do round 2 problems. So as you can see, plus 5, already I have done around 11, plus 5, 16. 16 out of 25, I'm sorted already. Already it's close to around 96, 97 percentile in math, right? So you're getting, now it's about maximization. Now I'm coming to round 2. Round 2, look at this question. X square complex conjugate roots. So what I will say is Z is a complex number. You know complex conjugate means alpha plus or minus I beta. So let me first simplify this equation. So if I put this as alpha plus I beta plus 1, this is 2 root 10. So how will you do mod? This I can write under root of alpha plus 1 whole square plus beta square equal to 2 root 10. Square on both sides, guys. Square square. So this is alpha plus 1 whole square plus beta square will be 4 into 10 will be 40, right? So keep this aside, alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha plus 1 equal to 40. First equation using this I have found out. What about this? So if these two are the roots, now they said complex conjugate roots. What are some of the roots? 2 alpha, right? Some of the roots is minus b by a. Product of the roots alpha square plus beta square, right? Alpha plus I beta into alpha minus I beta. That will be alpha square plus beta square. That is what c by a. Now look at this. In this, 45. 2 alpha is minus beta plus 1 equal to 40, guys. Right? So what will you get? Minus b equal to minus 5 minus 1. B value 6, guys. So which option? Third will satisfy. 36 minus 6, 30. Getting, guys? So this was actually, I felt it was round 2. But when I solved, I realized that it was also round 1. That's okay. Sometimes it happens. Now, how do you know whether it is inconsistent or consistent? First, what you need to do is, you need to take determinant. Det you have to check if it is 0. So if you take 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, that should be equal to 0. Now, if you remember Cramer's rule, when you did in your 11th and 12th standard, Cramer's rule states that if it is an inconsistent condition, D1 shouldn't be 0. Right? So, how do you take D1? D1 means you replace the first column with the RHS terms. So, I am taking 1 mu delta 244 354, that shouldn't be 0. So solve this, you know how to solve this. You will get an expression. Now check which option is not giving you 0. I think this or this, one of these options will not give you 0. Right? Anything. So it basically says di not equal to 0. So I can take d1 0, d2 0 not equal to 0 or d3 not equal to 0. So either you can replace the first row with RHS, either you can replace this or you can replace this or you can replace. When you're replacing first row, the other two we are keeping same. Right guys, so it's very simple guys. So I'm not doing it, you know determinants, right? Plus 1 into 16 minus 20, minus 2 into 4 mu minus 5 lambda or delta, whatever. Getting it? Yep, so this is again a simple sum. But I've taken round 2 because you should get the Cramer's rule in mind. So whatever standard methods we discuss, you usually don't expect Cramer's rule in the exam, right? Usually we expect what? Dependent, independent. So det 0, det not equal to 0 or a determinant question. So this was slightly tricky. They had asked Cramer's rule in this. So guys, what about this? So basically f of x is given as x cos inverse minus sine mod x. Okay, how do you write cos inverse of minus x? In trigonometry we learned inverse trigonometry. This I can write it as pi minus cos inverse of sine of mod x. Correct guys? Yeah. So this I can write it as pi minus cos inverse of sine of mod x. This is what I can write. Now again, how do you write cos inverse x? So you know sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. So I need to know what is cos inverse now? Pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. So this I can write x into pi minus pi by 2 minus sine inverse of sine mod x I can write. So this I can write x into pi minus pi by 2 is pi by 2 plus sine inverse sine mod x. This is what we got guys. Now I can just cancel sine inverse and sine guys. So this I will get x into pi by 2 plus mod x, or basically this is my function now. So I have simplified the function. So this function now I am simply writing it as x into pi by 2 plus mod x. Guys, so I will just erase the remaining part so that we can just check from this. So it's a round 2 question only because we had used a little bit of inverse trigonometry basics to get the concept, get the simplified function. So now that I know this, what I can do is, right? So what I can do now is, now you have to check f dash 0. So just do f dash of x basically. So this I can use uv rule, u into derivative of pi by 2 is 0, derivative of mod x is mod x by x, plus pi by 2 plus mod x into derivative of x is nothing but 1. Now what is f dash 0? If you put f dash 0, x and x is getting cancelled, 0, 0, you are getting plus pi by 2, but here is at minus pi by 2. Not differentiable, it is differentiable, right? First also ruled out. So either this or this. Now you check guys, between minus pi by 2 to 0, it is saying it is decreasing. Can you verify options? I can take minus 30 degrees, correct? Minus 45, or you take 0 to 90 means I will take 30 degrees, correct? You check 30, what will happen? Mod 30, 30 plus pi by 2 plus 30. So you can take cases here. What you can do is mod x, you know, is x when x is greater than 0. It is minus x when x is less than 0. So now you have to check, guys. If you're taking negative, you have to take minus x. If you're taking positive, you can take plus x. So accordingly check which option is satisfying. Right, so since little bit tricky, I've done it in round 2. Now these two are round 3, guys. So I want to just finish the round 2 and then I want to come to this. You see this, you can do it in the same way as we have done this. Equation of normal for this set, right? So y equal to mx, actually this is some extra data actually. You don't require this. This is actually extra data. Just to confuse you, they have given. So basically same thing, find the equation of normal. Y minus y1 is minus 1 by dy by dx into x minus x1. So meets the coordinate axis they said, right? So that means what x and y values they give, right? First substitute, same process you do. You will get y1 value, or I think you will get x1 value here. You will get x1 something. That x1 you substitute here. You will get what y1 value. That x1, y1 you know, so you know x1 and y1, right? So the unknown terms are what x and y. X is given as 0, y value is beta. So just simplify, you will get your beta. The only difference between this question and that question is, in that question they asked dy by dx. In this question they are asking you the beta value. That's it. Same question, 2 models, guys. Imagine, same question, 2 models, right? And we are using applications of differentiation. Now you see mean and standard deviation of 10 observations are 20 and 2. So mean actual given is 20. Standard deviations is given as 2 of 10 observations. If each is multiplied with p, so when you multiply each observation with p, the mean is also multiplied with p. So I will write 20p, so new mean. And then reduce by q. So if each term is reduced by q, whole mean will also reduce by q. Then the new mean will be half of the original value. So what is happening here? The new mean, what is happening is half of the original value means this is 10. This I can write first equation. Now what about the standard deviation which is given, right? If each is added by p and reduced by q, reduction makes no difference. Firstly, standard deviation means it's error. Reduction makes no difference. If you are multiplying, what will happen is you will get mod p, that's it. Because error means it can either be a positive error or a negative error. So standard deviation, whatever multiplication we are doing will become a mod, right? And the original value will be there. But this subtraction or addition doesn't matter. Subtraction or addition in standard deviation doesn't matter. So mod p into 2 is given as what? Mod p into 2, that value again half is said, will be 1. Mod p is 1 by 2, or mod q rather. Mod p, okay. Mod p 1 by 2. Mod p or mod q is what is given here. Yeah, it's mod p only. So p is plus or minus half I'm getting. So now you can check here that q will be what? 20p minus 10, right? So if you take minus half, what will you get? 20 into minus half minus 10 I can take, or 20 into plus half plus 10 I can take, right? So either it is 10 plus 10, 20, or minus 10 minus 10 is minus 20. So this should be your answer. Simple, guys. So these are the new things which you learned. So if you don't get an idea, you have to do that. Now again, guys, this is something where you can use your, so first you can do is, what you can do is you can just simplify this. So sine of this, so how do I convert into cos? So this I can write it as cos of pi by 2 minus tan inverse x plus sine of cot inverse x whole square minus 1. Or you can do other way. Just give it as 1, give it as 2. Draw a right angle triangle. Tan inverse will be what? This will be like x and 1. Cot inverse will be what now? Cot inverse will be x and 1, right? So either way it will be x square plus 1. Either way it will be x square plus 1, right? So sine of tan inverse x, how do you write actually? This you can write it as x by, so sine inverse of x by x square plus 1 under root of x square plus 1 plus sine of, again sine inverse of, this will be 1 by under root of x square plus 1. Cancel, guys. So this whole square I have to do. So basically I will get x plus 1 whole square by under root of x square plus 1 whole square. Square will get cancelled. Minus 1 I am getting. This is my f of x, guys. Right? So what is given now? This is given dy by dx. So that f of x I can substitute here, guys. And then I can solve accordingly. This is just a simple differential equation, right? So I can just differentiate, right? So I can put the boundary value condition. So this is initial boundary value condition. This is final boundary value condition. Again, isn't this similar to the differential equation sum which we have just done? Same process. Only thing is simplifying this is your issue here. That's it. Now, whenever we say tautology or contradiction, there are few things which you have to keep in mind, guys. So whenever you take two variables p and q, when you draw a truth table, right? What are the possibilities? Either both are true, one is true, one is false, one is false, one is true, both are false. This is what we have, guys. So if you want to check tautology, so this is p gives q. It's only single implication, so only p is giving q. If you have a double implication, both p and q should be there. So double implication is you will also have one more arrow, but you don't have here. So always remember, true can always give you true. Okay? True cannot give you false. False can give you true. False can give you false. As I told you guys, this part, whatever I'm discussing, you just have to remember this. Just remember this. Same way, so there are operators like or, and, implication, double implication, all of that. So this is the logic that only if true is giving false, it is false. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Next, what we will do is, I'm trying to check and or. So since these are looking complicated, I'm just trying to see, guys. Now what I will do is, P and what is given here, third option, P given Q is given, right? Now, whenever you take and, it's simple logic. True and true is always true. Alright, whenever and function, both should be true, only then it is true. Rest all cases it is false. If one false is there, it is false. Right? That is the logic. So if I say P and Q also, it's the same thing. Only for this case we are getting true. Rest all cases we are getting false. Okay, so again this is a simple logic. For and operator, only both should be true to be true. Both should be true to be true. And for single arrow, I have already told you, only true given false is false. True given false is false. Rest all is true. So these are fundamental things. If you remember, things become very easy, guys. Now, can you tell me, guys, whatever we are getting, right? Whatever we are getting, now this is P and P arrow Q. This is what is giving. Now, can this give me Q? I have to check, right? Because they are asking you to check this. Is this giving us Q? So I will call that some, let us say some T, okay? I will call this some T, guys. What I will do is, I will call this some T or some X. Let me call this some X. So is this giving Q? Let's check. Is true giving true? Right. Is false giving false? Right. Is false giving true? Right. Is false giving false? Right. I told you. Arrow implication. So what is X? This I have assumed to be X. Right. So basically only true given false is false. Rest all. You check here. True giving true. It's true. False giving false. It's true. False giving true. It's true. False giving false. It's true. So now we have checked for this. So tautology basically means if all these are true, it means it's a tautology. If all these are false, if we are getting F, 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 it means it's a contradiction. Got it? So tautology, only third option is satisfying. Same process, guys, you can try for fourth, second and first. If one of them is false, it's not a tautology. Tautology means all should be true. In the given condition, all should be true. Again, OR operator, one of them should be true. It will be true. If one of them is true, it should be true. So I've basically told you all the rules here. Right? So this is how you do a tautology, contradiction or mathematical reasoning based questions. So guys, I think apart from just the 2 questions, so 23 questions we have solved, guys. So only 2 questions are there. They are a little tricky. So I'll tell you this. This one is an integration question. So sin x, you can take it as t. So you can rationalize the power, right? So if you take sin x as t, so this will be what? Integral. So cos x dx will be dt. This will be t cube 1 plus t power 6 whole power 2 by 3 we have. Now next step what you have to do is you have to take rational power out. So you have to take t power 6 out. dt by t cube into t power 6 means t power 2 by 3 I am getting, right? So if I take t power 6 common, I have to also take 2 by 3 common. So this will be 1 by t power 6 plus 1 whole power 2 by 3. 3 goes 2 times. 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So that 7 goes up. Integral t power minus 7 by t power minus 6 plus 1 whole power 2 by 3 dt. Now observe, guys, again it's not in standard format. So again I have to use substitution. Now it is simple though. I can assume t power minus x as u, differentiate minus 6 t power minus 7 dt will be du. So basically this part will be minus 1 by 6 integral du by, this will be u plus 1 whole power 2 by 3. Take it to the other side, simplify, substitute back u, substitute back t, compare. So we have to do substitute back and compare. So you see, little tricky question in calculus. So this I would do it at the end, or if I'm not able to solve, I won't take a guess. I would leave. Same question with this, guys. They have given a parabola actually. So it's a lot complicated actually. It's actually a little ambiguous. Most of them couldn't solve this question actually. So I will try to do it for you. I'll try to at least give you a hint so that you can do. 2 parabolas are given. Obviously, you know the points where they meet. They meet as a comma a. They also meet as 0 comma 0, correct? Then they said that the intersector origin at a point P. Now a line x equal to b intersects the chord OP and the x-axis at the point Q and R. So there is a chord OP basically, O and point P. So this is O and P. So this is that chord, guys. So what they are saying is a line x equal to b. So I will draw another line x equal to b. So let us say this is some x equal to b. This is that line x equal to b. Intersects the chord OP and the x-axis at the points basically. Here it is meeting at Q, here it is meeting at R. Now they are asking us, and x equals to b bisects the area bounded by the curves C1 and C2 and the area of the triangle, bisects the area bounded by the curves C1 and C2 and the area of the triangle OQR. So basically O, this is that point O, this is that point Q, OQR. Basically this is that triangle, right? OQR, and bounded by the curve C1 and C2 and the area of the triangle. Then A satisfies the equation. So A is the unknown here. So this part is B. So you have to do some calculation. So it's a little tricky. So I'm not discussing now, right? If you want, I'll upload this solution in the drive or in the app. You can have a look, right? For now, it's out of bound. Let's not waste time on extremely complicated questions. All right. So you see 24 out of 25 questions were solvable. That's like pretty good, right, guys? So with this, we have finished JEE Mains Maths 2020 paper 8th Jan slot 1 solutions. Right? Now what I want everyone to do, right, if you have watched this video completely, I want you to again go back and solve all the questions again, right? Understand the logic and finish the solutions, right? You can always reach out to me on the app or you can send me a message on WhatsApp to get your doubts clarified, okay? Thanks a lot for joining, guys. I will come up with another session next week, okay? Thank you.